listening to the audiobook of New Social Studies, Grade 10. Unit 3, Lesson 4, page number 77. Folk and Classical Dances of Nepal. Introduction. Nepal is a multi-ethnic, multilingual, and multicultural country. So, various types of classical and folk dances are practiced in Nepal. Folk dance. A traditional dance of a particular group of people or place is called folk dance. Folk dance is performed according to folk music. The costume of a particular community becomes the costume of folk dance. It belongs to particular community, place, or caste. Maruni dance, Jhaure dance, etc. are the examples of folk dance. Classical dance. The dance describing the character of gods, goddesses, and religious scriptures is called classical dance. By movement of different parts of the body, the main spirit of the classical music is expressed by the dancer. It has been practiced since ancient time. Classical dance is performed according to classical music. It may not be based on any particular caste. It needs special costume according to the nature and requirement of dance. Charya dance, Panchabuddha dance, etc. are the examples of classical dance. Relationship among folk songs, folk musical instruments, and folk dances. Folk songs, folk musical instruments, and folk dances are related with each other. They are the component of folk culture. They are supplementary with each other. Folk song is sung in folk music, and folk music is the base for folk dance. The folk musical instruments are used to produce folk music and add the flavor in folk song and provide the base for the folk dance. Similarly, folk dances express the meaning and spirit of folk songs and are performed according to the timing of folk music. Folk dances become more effective with the beat of the folk music and expressions and emotions shown in the folk songs. The folk dances make the folk songs and folk music lively. The whole performance of an artist is dependent on these three components, and hence we can say they are supplementary to each other. Some folk and classical dances of Nepal. Dhan Naach. This folk dance is practiced among the Limbu community. The youths of the Limbu community perform this dance during any Mela Parba. The song sung with this dance is called Palam. Chandi Naach. The Rai community performs this dance playing Dhola, Jhamta and singing Chandi song during the festival of Udhyoli and Ubhauli. Ghatu Naach. It is practiced among the Gurung, Magar and Dura community. It is based on the story of the king Parshuram and queen Yammavati. The girls whose menstrual cycle has not started yet perform this dance. Chaulo Naach. This dance is performed in the hilly area of province number 7 of Nepal. It is performed in occasions organized in the month of Kartik. It is called Chaulo Naach. Kaura Naach. This dance is performed along with Kaura song and is in practice among the Magar community in most part of province number 4 and province number 5. Madi Khole Naach. Madi Khole Naach. It is practiced in the province number 5 and province number 6 of Nepal. Mundhum Naach. Mundhum Naach is the holy book of Kirats, and the dance based on Mundhum is called Mundhum dance. It is practiced in the hill regions of eastern Nepal. Fedangwa performs this dance along with chanting Mundhum. Spelling of Fedangwa, F-E-D-A-A-N-G-W-A. Spelling of Mundhum, M-U-N-D-H-U-M. Deura Naach. This dance is practiced in the province number 6 and province number 7. and the dance is performed in circular group holding each other's hand. Hopcha. It is the folk dance of Atpahariya Rai community of Dhankuta. Spelling of Atpahariya is Athpahariya. Atpahariya. Charya Nritya. This dance is practiced in the Newa community by impersonating the gods and goddesses. Charitra Nritya. This dance is performed by impersonating the people of ancient stories, and it is practiced in the Tarai region. Hanuman Nritya. Hanuman Nritya. It is practiced in Baglung, Shangja, etc. People disguise themselves as Hanuman and dance. Panchabuddha Nritya. It is the traditional dance based on Buddhism. Bhairav Nritya. This dance is practiced throughout the country. People dance wearing the clothes and mask of Bhairav. Sorathi Nritya. It is the traditional dance of Gurung community. Maruni Nach. This dance is performed by the men wearing the dress of women. It is practiced in the middle hilly region of Nepal by the Magar community. This dance is organized almost throughout the year. Kartik Nach. This dance was initiated by Siddhi Narsingh Malla. It is demonstrated in the month of Kartik, so it is called Kartik Nach. Tarware Nach. It is the traditional folk dance of Gandharva community. Khali Nach. This dance is performed on the basis of Khali song. It is also called Pangdure dance. Singaru Nritya. It is practiced in the province number 5 and province number 6. Rudrayani Nach. This dance is practiced in Kokana of Lalitpur district on the occasion of Rudrayani Puja. Salahes Nach. This dance belongs to Dusad and Musahar community living in the eastern Tarai of Nepal. They perform this dance during the Puja of Salahes, their favored deity. Jhijia Nritya. This is a prevailing dance in Maithili community living in the east and middle Tarai region. In this dance, women carry an earthen pot on their head and dance in group. The pot which they carry on their head contains holes on it and fire inside it. Saraya Nach. This dance is mainly performed in Gulmi, Shangja, Baglung, Palpa, Arghakhachi, etc. on the occasion of Dasai. It is danced in group in the temples holding khunda, kukuri, sword or stick. Sakhiya Nritya. This is a traditional dance practiced in the region of Nepal by the Tharu community during Maghi Parva. Balan Nritya. This dance is related to the character of Lord Krishna, Lord Ram, etc. It is performed in various occasions and festivals describing the religious fable with gesture. Jharra Nach. It is danced striking the small bamboo sticks with each other and on its rhythm. Pulukishi Nach. This dance is prevailing in Japu community of Newa. It is performed during Indra Jatra in Kilagal, Kathmandu. This is the symbolic dance of white elephant. Jat Jatin dance. Spelling Jatin. Jat Jatin dance. This dance is organized in the Mithila region from Shravan Purnima to Bhadra Purnima. It is based on folklore of love between the hero Jat and heroine Jatin, in which the moment of happiness and sorrow is expressed by the dancers. It is performed to please the deity Indra when there is not enough rain. Importance of folk and classical dance. It reflects our glorious culture and tradition. It helps in preserving and strengthening the typical culture of the country. It helps in the tourism development as a source of entertainment. It helps in the socialization and development of social harmony. It develops the art and skill in individuals. Nepal is rich in folk and classical dances, but many such dances are on the verge of extinction. It is essential to preserve them in time. The following measures should be taken to preserve them. New generations should be encouraged to participate in classical and folk dances which are being extinct. For this, new generations should be sensitized about importance of such dance. Spelling of sensitized: Sensitized. Classical and folk dances should be included in the curriculum of schools and colleges and taught practically. Regular competition of classical and folk dances should be conducted throughout the country. Electronic media like television, radio, FM, etc. should give preference to such dances. A visual documentary of folk dances of Nepal should be made for their publicity. Activity, page number 81. Number 1. Organize a folk dance competition in the class. Form an evaluation committee and award the winners. 2. Identify the folk dance and classical dance among the dances given in the lesson. 3. What roles should be played by the students, local communities, and concerned central authority to preserve and promote our folk dance and classical dance to prevent them from extinction? Discuss with friends and write in points. Exercise. Very short answer questions. 1. Define folk dance. 2. To which community does Dhan Naach belong? 3. Mention the characteristic of Charitra Nritya. 4. In which region Singaru Nritya is practiced? 5. What kind of dance is Kartik Naach? Who introduced this Naach? 6. In which race of Dhan Naach traditional dance is practiced? Short answer questions. 1. Folk songs, folk musical instruments, and folk dances are complementary to each other. Justify this statement with examples. 2. Write the importance of folk and classical dance. 3. Show the differences between folk dance and classical dance in a table. 4. Suggest any 4 effective ways to preserve and promote folk and classical dances of Nepal. 5. What role have you played to conserve local musical instrument and folk dance in your area? Write down. Community work. Collect information about the condition of dances practiced in your community. Prepare a report including the name of the dance, context, time, occasion, community, caste, etc. End of Unit 3, Lesson 4. This podcast is dedicated to visually impaired students. So if you know anybody who needs this book to listen and learn, please share the link, and also please subscribe the channel. Thank you and all the best.